Welcome, welcome, brave adventurers, cunning rogues, and daring scoundrels. This is Wayward Knaves, a tabletop role-playing campaign brimming with maritime fantasy, high fantasy hijinks. I'm Sean, the Unhumbled Bard, your harbor master for tonight's tale and those yet to come. For this adventure, we will navigate two systems, Pirate Borg for ship-to-ship combat upon the high seas, and Daggerheart for everything else. Before we set sail, let's get acquainted with our crew. Players, please introduce yourselves and the characters you'll be bringing to life tonight.
Hey everybody, my name is Alex. I will be playing Zabji Crocky, the Ribbit Bard, who inspires not through music, but his culinary skills.
All right, I am Corey, and I will be playing Grit Powderfist Grumb, the Stone Dwarf Doomseeker, with a taste for the sweet buzz of black powder.
Yeah.
And hi, everybody. I'm Jeremy. I'll be playing Turtell, being Drewehd. That is a Galapa Druid, as you might have guessed, animating all manner of ropes and wood as a warden of renewal and protector of sea life.
Yes. Now, our tale begins in the wee hours of the morning. We cut away from our fun music to not so fun music. The wee hours of the morning, following a night of perhaps too much indulgence in the finer pleasures of a pirate's life that offers. But beware, for we are not safely tucked away in our quarters, mateys. We are in grave danger. As you slowly regain consciousness, you find yourselves scattered around a dying campfire, the flickering flames casting long, dancing shadows on the dense jungle that encircles you. The air is thick with humidity, and the scent of salt and earth fills your nostrils. Overhead, the canopy sways gently in the breeze, the leaves whispering secrets you cannot quite decipher. The ground beneath you is rough, littered with fallen leaves and twigs, a stark contrast to the warm, sandy beaches you had last walked upon. As you sit up, you notice a few items strewn about, a half-empty rum bottle, a torn map, and a couple of personal belongings hinting at last night's revelry. But the most striking sight is what looks to be an ancient, partly buried statue near the campfire. The stone figure, worn and covered in moss, depicts a fearsome creature with glowing, cryptic symbols etched into its surface. Suddenly, a rustling sound breaks the silence. And, you see at the tip, each of you, as you awaken, each of you sees at the tip of your nose the tip of a spear. And at the other end of the spear would be what any pirate in this area would recognize to be one of the Jalakunu Shadowspears warriors. Fearsome, the most fearsome in the area. In fact, you yourselves being an elite squadron among already fearsome pirates, you would know that these are special assassins in the area that usually you hire out when you can't get the job done or you want it to be done, and no questions asked and no evidence of any foul play. Zabji, especially familiar to you as these is a Ribbit clan on the island of Whispers. Unlike the way I think if your AI art is indicative, I think they would look very different. Most of the skin covered in mud to hide their very vibrant coloring, and you can tell that you are in a swamp and the campfire. So what do you do, friends?
Zabji's gonna awkwardly raise a hand. Hello?
Shh! You're shushed immediately as the shadow spear nearest you, sort of frantically, but I'll just say quickly, not frantically, draws his hand to his lips as if to signal to remain quiet. And as what's everybody else doing?
Grit,
Grit.
reaches a hand up to his eye and picks literal sand out and kind of flicks it away. And then tries to push the spear point away from his nose a little. Let's see if there's any resistance there.
The Shadowspear warrior, now that you're awake, they know that you're awake. They'll all kind of, to each of you, make the shushing gesture. And now that you're awake, they will put their spears away and step back.
Is the campfire still? You said we're gathered around a campfire. Is that right? Or are we just in the woods?
Yeah, it's toward the. It's not quite dawn. It's still dark outside, but the campfire is dying, smoldering at this point. You'll notice there is more light at this point coming from the statue, as the runes around it seem to be kind of pulsating a steady glow.
Turtell's gonna just subtly use wild touch to increase the brightness of the fire, bring it back to life until it's over the next 20 to 30 seconds quite bright, to illuminate and look around at what's going on around us.
Okay.
And as that's happening, Grit will kind of fissure about in his beard and pull a few black grains out, and then you'll just see him kind of, and his eyes go a little bit wider, and they're these kind of reddish black gems, and they glow a little, slightly, and he looks much more awake at the moment.
Turtell.
And then
go ahead. No, go.
No, and then takes a wide eyes, starts taking a look at the statue. Uncle?
Jeremy, go ahead and make a instinct roll. We'll see what... and then... Yeah. So who's checking out the statue? Was that Jeremy? I'm sorry, Turtell and Grit, or just Grit?
Grit. Oh, I don't know about Turtell.
Okay, so just in terms, so I did it in Demiplane, which doesn't connect, yeah. Right? Roll 20. All right, but I'll need to figure out how to give the commands for anyway. But so we've got ourselves. Well, you guys tell me if this is right. So an 8 with hope, and the fear is 4, and the hope is 2. So it's 8 with fear. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Right.
So whichever is the larger number would be what it's with.
8 with fear.
And I was going to say with fear tracker, I forgot to do that a little too. So we're going to do. I'm going to do physical dice. No, I'm not. I'm going to do.
Here,
I got this.
Let me see if I can do it.
1 fear. For the roll, let's see. I got a duality testing here. I think this is right. It is rolling. When you do advantage, it's just a d6, not the 2d12. So the code thing, the for the macro, I just put in the Discord. If you go to macros and roll 20 and then add and then put that in, it should work, or at least the same as mine does. I don't know if mine's correct, but that's
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, look at that roll.
So macros adding, and what would you title this? Advantage, or
if you have advantage.
But just, you said this macro is for advantage, or no?
Oh no, it should give you the option, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Okay, got it.
yeah.
I'm just
when you
labeling
click
it. I'm just labeling the macro.
Oh,
That's all. I
got you.
just wanted
Duality test or duality roll. Something like that. That's what I call
Got it.
mine.
Okay.
So I thought y'all could see macros that I make. Does this not automatically pop up?
Yeah, they give share or something.
I don't see anything
Oh,
like I see.
all players. Yep.
Oh,
Okay,
got it.
now
Nice.
something popped up. All right, yeah, got it.
Oh, ignore the one I added then.
So
Nice.
then how do I use the macro from the chat bar, or do I need to go into the macro to do it? No, I see how to put it in the bar. I see how to do it.
There you go.
Yeah. Should
Got
pop
it.
up.
Okay. So in the future, I would just click this, and then it tells me regular, and then
Right.
okay,
And
got
then
it.
and then you got your real character sheet, the one with that is a big ask to the what is it, Chrome 20 or beyond Chrome or beyond 20 people.
Mm-hmm.
Hook us up with the Demiplay version. That'd be great. Cool. Yeah, I can't
Nicely
figure it
done.
out, so whoever.
all done.
Nice.
All right. So anyway, 8 with fear is what we came up with earlier.
Yeah. So, 8. You're as soon as you turn back to, I believe you were going to speak to the people or the statue. Were you checking out Turtell?
I'm looking around to see if there's anything else. So I'm sort of
Just in
counting,
general.
looking at our surroundings. So I'm using the increased light both to like illuminate, but also to like make it harder for them looking towards us at the center.
So as you illuminate or bring the fireplace or the campfire back to something worth like usable, you're starting to try and assess, and everybody's kind of coming out of a little bit of a rum drunk. So there's still, you're a little groggy, putting things together, and you shake your head, and all of a sudden, and we're gonna write this off as like everyone just happened to look a certain direction at the same time at differing moments. All the Shadowspear warriors very elusively, like ninja like, just disappear, and you're left standing there with the statue and campfire. And I'm going to move us to the campfire scene. Maybe should have done that earlier.
Oh, okay. Not a relation.
So, so here we are, the campfire, and there is. Oh no! There is a stomping noise coming. There is that it appears that the Shadowspears were trying to warn you, and it is approaching. Corey, I'm trying to figure it out.
Cool. I don't own the character for the sheet. Yeah.
Character sheet. Oh, there we go. Corey, but
Boop, we're
I
good.
wonder if anybody else can.
Cool.
Anybody else do stuff?
I can move
Jeremy,
my
yeah.
I can move my guy.
Cool. Okay, cool.
Thanks.
Okay. So there is a little look at the statue there, which is also has a little glow coming from its core, and also the runes etched into its side. And from the direction of the statue, so like behind it into the swamp, is the approaching lumbering, splashing sound. It grows near, and the sound. Back. Okay. From the murky swamps and shadowy corners emerges a grotesque, nightmarish creature. Looks like here we go. From behind the statue emerges the life-size version, the real version of it. So, sorry. Words. From behind the statue of the toad guy hops a toad guy, standing about 6 feet tall, Its slimy, warty skin is an unnatural shade of sickly green, mottled with patches of decaying black. As it hobbles forward, its gait is very awkward. It doesn't move exactly like a frog or a frog humanoid or human. It's like very uncomfortable in its skin, as if it was wearing some kind of skin costume. As it lumbers forward, its eyes glow with an eerie, baleful light, and its gaping maw is filled with rows of sharp, jagged teeth. So there it is. What are we doing? It does not look happy or friendly.
Will stand up and start to make my way around the fire. Raise the kind of... It's a warhammer, but it's essentially a rock on the end tied to a long path.
Yes.
And start to trundle over towards it. What are you doing here? This thing. You should probably get back, friends. Unless you know this one too. Glances over at Zabji.
Are we related? You don't look like a cousin.
Alex,
You,
it's just
if you-
I can barely hear him. Yeah.
You're a little
Yeah, Alex, the audio is
Sorry.
pretty low.
How about now?
maybe a little bit closer
Better.
even.
Yeah.
It's better, but
All right. Attempt number 2 or 3.
The mic touches
Yeah,
the
yeah.
beard, you're in the
yeah,
clearance.
I can hear you better. I don't know. Can you bend the mouthpiece a little more? Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let's.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I just got it all the way up. So.
Zabji's gonna go. What? I don't think you're a cousin. I don't recognize you.
So you say those words, and as soon as you finish, the thing takes like an awkward a stumble forward. It more like stumbles than walks, and even less graceful than like a gorilla would come forward, and it kind of mocks what you just said almost, except it's very guttural, very decayed sounding. Is it like something's wrong with this thing? But you can tell it's almost mimicking speech, kind of, but it's nonsense.
Hey, that is very rude. And Grit's gonna keep going towards it, kind of with the maul hefted on his shoulder, sizing it up as he goes.
As you approach, I'm assuming, sizing him up. So you're like, all right. It gets defensive and emits a haunting croak. I can't. My voice is gone, so kind of like my real voice sounds like right now. Haunting croak that chills the blood of everyone who hears it. So as it does that, it does appear to get. It's taking like its fight stance, its attack pose.
Should we roll?
That's what I'm saying. Like initially, it's so awkward. Like and roll for initiative. Here's where we would do that, but.
Ready, fight.
And fight. Okay, so it is kind of awkward, like, because obviously he's gonna attack. He wants to attack, and I will say one more thing. As he lets out one haunting, very loud croak at its, when he reaches full volume, your inner ear like vibrates with pain as the statue glows like its most at the max volume of the roar, and as he comes back down to all fours, the roar stops and the glow goes down, and he's gonna lunge forward to Grit.
I'm gonna try to. I'll intervene as soon as possible.
Wow!
Do it.
Wow!
I'm gonna
it.
try to entangle this creature.
Nice.
Try to. I mean, as soon as it started moving, it would be my attempt.
Okay. If is it casting time 1 action? Is that how it works? So if he's going forward,
it says it's a spell. Make a spellcast roll.
Go ahead and make a spellcast roll.
An action roll, so you get a token.
Yeah, I think it's an action.
Yeah.
What do you mean I get a token? Is that
I do. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, because we're taking an action. Yeah, got it. Okay, so and then I guess just to confirm, spellcast roll. My spellcasting is done with, I believe it's instinct for
probably.
Druid. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. See if I can use, and it's a duality roll, right? So we can use the macro.
Yes. It's like a catch-all.
Okay, 17 with hope.
Nice.
And so it's yeah. Go ahead. You tell.
No, it works. What
right,
you want to draw the little?
I'm gonna pull I'm gonna pull from the grassy roots and the like forest debris that's right behind it. And reach out and snag it kind of like around the knees, like going for the joints to like try to stop its momentum and keep it from attacking a friend. And so and then it does 1d8, which I think I'll just roll, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, nice.
8 damage. It's very uncomfortable weeds and grass. Quite strong.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. Well, then I will just bring my warhammer down now that it is restrained there and try and smush it down further. Kind of lazily, almost. This thing just doesn't seem very nice. All right. So that is a regular roll, and with my strength, that's 2. A 12 with fear.
Nice.
Does a 12 do it?
12 hits.
All right. Level 1.
And
right,
yeah, both these hit for sure.
That's
and I've got
1d12 plus 3 physical damage. Not as great as the roots. I very lazily bring it down, and maybe not as hard as I should have. Smack into it with my warhammer there.
Not as hard as I should have.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna take its action real quick before Zabji can go. We're gonna say it was already mid lunge as the vines and stuff kind of grabbed its legs as it was lunging toward Grit, and now that he's taken a couple or one hit, it's like that was enough to piss him off and get his focus back on here. So he's gonna lash out. Also, his tongue does have a reach, so he could do this from farther away, but we're just gonna knock it out here. Got Necrotoad. Or
hey,
do it.
My evasion is 7.
Oh my god, nice. Okay, so he misses. Nat 1, the first roll. Love it. All right, that's it. All right, Zabji, or whatever you guys do.
Kind of gets grabbed by the vines, and I bat it down a little bit as the tongue comes at me and just kind of.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jeremy, can you draw the area there for the?
I think it's just the creature.
I think it's just the creature. Yeah.
Oh, it's just the creature. Oh, never mind. Okay.
I don't think it's not like it's not like like in a D&D druid spell that would like do an area. It's just the target.
Now you would have 2 actions on the counter, but I guess you can't activate the same thing. Whatever. Cool. Yeah, Zabji, you want to do anything here? What kind of reeling from the tongue?
Yeah, so Zabji's gonna come forward a little bit. Maybe like right here by the fire, kind of. He's going to reach to his side and grab a couple tongs that he's got, and he's going to look down at the fire and grab a coal from the fire with his tongs and just fling it at the toad. So I'm gonna
God.
Let's see. Oh, the spell is called a wildfire. I think
Love it.
Wildfire attack.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll that. So that's going to be a 12 with hope.
Nice. Okay. Take your hope.
I have like one minor. This stylistic play makes me think of one minor change that I want to like describe. Instead of the grass, it's that like I reach out to like our pack where the rope that is made from the hemp plant. That's my like druid like connection there.
Nice.
Is to the plants that make the rope, and that's what's binding them.
Nice.
Love that.
Mm-hmm. Just to stick with the original theme.
So that's going to be 7 points of damage, and I take a stress point.
Let me mark that. Oh, Jesus. All right.
Maybe you got a little warm reaching too close to the fire.
Okay, so sorry, I forgot this was a thing. On that last hit, grit. So it did hit. It landed, and he took damage. So because he took damage, I'm going to spend a fear and enable cursed stare as the lights from the refreshed fire really give you a good idea. He found that good lighting, and but when you do. Death stare, the Necrotoad, and this thing is like, it's not a fully living creature. It's like gooey like a living creature, but definitely more on the fresh side of the zombie vibes. So, gonna need you to make an instinct 15 at least.
Ooh, all right. Well, I have 0 in instinct, so let's go. Regular 0. Bada boom.
And
5 with fear. I don't think reaction rolls generate hope or fear.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay. So that is a failure. That is, you begin to decay rapidly. You feel yourself, I know, like me on Sunday, you feel yourself like dying from the inside. Taking 1 hit point of direct damage and starting a countdown.
Okay. And start.
Bypasses
I will mark a hit point, and because I do that, I will use my retaliation ability. When I take damage from a creature in melee range, I can mark a stress to immediately deal weapon damage to the creature at half proficiency, rounded up, so 1. So it just automatically takes 1d12.
Nice.
As I 6 damage, 6 physical. As I lash back out at it, kind of trying to cover my eyes up and hey, what are you doing? No. And slam my maul around one-handed and just kind of roll over its head as it's restrained. Yeah.
As you do that, are you restraining it, or it's like how?
No, it's restrained by the roots. That's what I meant.
Oh, restrained. That's right.
Yeah. It just can't move. But
you're sitting there,
so it doesn't matter.
You watch him squirm as he just takes the hits, and by the way, not agile. This thing, like, it's super clunky. Even if the druid hadn't locked him down, like, he might have tripped into the fire. Who knows? No, it's not graceful. And as he takes that last hit, a new croak comes out of this thing straight up to the stars. He croaks, and this is similar to earlier, but a lot more desperate and even more guttural. And he has just enacted his about to croak ability. So I won't have anything happen right now, but we're going to say that the ambient noise of just like regular frogs in the swamp and jungle completely stops for a moment and then starts back up, but much louder. And you start to hear little little splishy splashies in the distance, almost at a roar now, but nothing immediately happens. So back to you guys.
I mean, I want to beat it into the ground, but that's just. And I'm currently like suffering, like you like.
Oh, sorry.
Continuing to be affected by whatever is happening here. Yeah.
Yes, sorry. You have 4. So this countdown ticks down every time the Necrotoad attacks. When triggered, the target must make a death move.
Okay. I mean, I start to like rub at my eyes as I'm sure that it kind of almost like grit and sand and like pieces of like scaly rock are kind of coming away from my face.
Right.
And I will just kind of wildly try and I don't know, like rub, shout at the others. Don't look at it. Zabji, do you want what? Water. And I'm gonna try and like stop this somehow, which is probably gonna involve me like, is that water right there? Like going to the edge here and trying to wash out my face or something. Yeah. Or at least like grab a bunch of grass and like try and wipe my face off with some water.
Okay.
So whatever, how do you interpret that?
No, yeah. Zabji, you're right next to him. So when he looked over and said, "Don't go near him," you could Grit. You know he normally has a bit of ash around him, and his eyes always have the goth look. But he's particularly Gant. His cheeriness is like being sucked out of his face as the bones protrude way more prominently than normal. As he goes to
and the beard hair starts to fall off.
Oh no. The Necrotoad. So he took damage from the spell earlier, but I won't. I missed it, so I won't do anything. Zabji and Turtell, what are y'all doing?
So if Grit is looking hurt or sick, I think what Zabji's going to do is he's going to pull out a little thermos and like shake it up and like hold out a cup and say, "Hey, drink this." And I'm going to use my relaxing song feature, and any close allies can heal 1 hit point.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. I immediately down the. Thank you. Yes. Wonderful.
No problem. It's a tomato basil soup. I've been working on it lately.
Or just chugging, and rubbing at his face in the meantime. So.
Jeremy, you got anything?
Heal hit point. Do I feel any better?
I got something, but unless Jeremy's gonna.
Okay. Yeah. Try and take whatever action I can to help myself. So, if that matters.
Yeah. As you're. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say. So, I mean, I think, like, I've got the Warden of Renewal capabilities. I'm trying to think if it can be adapted for this, but that's mostly like I think healing. So, I think I'll just I can hit it again with the entangle. Can I pull it back with an entangle? Vicious entangle. Basically, have the ropes fall away.
Yeah.
Let's
see how good the roll is.
Yeah. Let's try that. Let's do that. All right.
Great. I got some for you.
17.
Hey, here we go.
Oh, nice.
Which direction?
I'm gonna take
like into
it
the fire?
southeast. Oh, that'd be clever, but then it'd burn my ropes. Let's go southeast. I want it away from us. Pull it back the way it came. Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
And
Well,
then
nice.
that's
Yeah,
another...
these we'll say that the
one damage.
animate the animate vines coming out. It's almost that they start sprouting in the new space and draw him closer. He has no will. It just drags him along. Do 1 damage. Okay, keep up with that. Grit. As you're down in this tomato basil and very refreshed, the increasing volume of the frogs just becomes almost a new deafening. Not the croak guy. And as you're down, maybe you're using your the hammer as just to put your weight on. You start to stand back up, but as you do, a swarm of toads jumps up out of the swamp, and
I imagine
there's a token there.
Drank the tomato basil and then kind of toss the cup off to the side in Zabji's direction and bend down to try and get some water. And as I do, it's just like toads.
Yes. Full Ten Commandments style, like toads. So we have a little token here, but just imagine just like the whole area being overrun with toads. There was that, and as they kind of pass over, or the toad, you get the toad wave over Grit. They're going to attack.
I thought
Swarm of
you was a toad.
Do not sake the treasure. They're going to use their legs. And here's the peculiar part. Zabji, you don't have to roll for this, but you know that there's a special technique used especially by the island of Whispers Ribbits, but it's a common technique for all ribbit martial arts, is the frogman karate. As you see these normal frogs, though, they're not ribbits, they're just normal toads hopping up, but they know it. They know the karate as they fly with their kicks, but they do not have a
frog foo.
Yes. Toad foo. Toad foo. All right, so I forgot to make a macro for them, so it's going to be just a d20. I'll just use Necrotoad's attack. There we go. For 16 grit. 16 on grit.
Oh, my vision's a 7, so that will hit me.
For 2d10
Please roll low.
damage. As the frogman karate, the kicks just wham, 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 wham.
I will
Doing 6 damage.
eat an armor slot, so use 5 armor, and reduce that below my minor threshold, which is 4. So I don't take any damage, but I'm using an armor slot. But because I am sturdy, I'm going to roll a d6 and see if I do need to use it. On a 6, I won't. Ah, okay. All right, well, I'm using an armor slot, and because I do, and I'm a Vengeance Guardian, when you are hit by an enemy in melee range, and mark at least 1 armor slot to reduce the damage, immediately roll a d6 equal to the number of armor slots and deal the enemy that much physical damage. So I am just going to, once again, deal damage back to 2 physical damage to the swarm of toads. So the way this works is as the toads are leaping and bludgeoning, Grit as he's kind of bent over a little bit. His stony skin is actually, it's almost kind of shaly in spots, and as it cracks, perhaps a side effect of what he commonly enjoys, there's almost a little like explosive, just like a popper in this case, because it's a little one, but it sends like little shards of rock out into the swarm. And Grit kind of rocks back. Oh yes, take that. Mm-hmm.
It works, and you do take out some frogs.
I do not wear armor. My skin is my armor because I have bare bones. So, yeah,
perfect.
There we go.
They're still absolute chaos as the frogs hippity hoppity everywhere, but you did smash some. Cool. Coming.
Ribbity hoppity, ribbity ribbity.
Is it our move or yours?
I do have a fear. I will just do one attack for Necrotoad as he sees he's being pulled back toward his statue and sees Zabji, and he's going to take retaliation for getting hit earlier. And here we go. I'm going to make an attack roll using... okay. Here we go. Attack. Man. So 7. Probably doesn't hit. What's your... Zabji's evasion?
My evasion is 10.
Nice.
So he misses. The Necrotoad unleashes his it looks like he's gonna make another tongue attack, but it is a visible cloud of like death breath that just poofs right past you, kind of like those I don't know how they do it, but those people with the pressure air pusher things, the cloud, they shoot it across pools or whatever. So it looks like that this fog cloud jumps.
Yeah,
and
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And it just misses you. You evade just in time as it goes over the fire, and as it does, it catches flame, almost like an aerosol can with flame, and burst right next to you, lighting up the whole scene. But you don't take any damage. You get the idea, the feeling that breath was carrying something bad there. But that's for him. Okay, back to you guys.
Fat cloud of stinky cotton. Well, I would like to become unstoppable, which is a whole thing. But once per long rest, I can choose to become unstoppable. I don't think it's an action. I think it's just something I can do.
Yeah.
And I gain my unstoppable die, which begins as D4, and it starts as a 1. When you deal 1 or more hit points to an adversary, increase the unstoppable die value by 1. When it goes to 4, you're done. So I get resistance to physical damage. My armor score goes up by my proficiency, which is just 1. And I add the unstoppable die to my damage total, and I cannot be restrained or vulnerable. So essentially, Grumb's getting kind of grumpy over here, and he reaches around to his waist and finds a powder horn, and flicks the top off of it, and then just takes, like he's swigging a thing of rum, but it's gritty black powder flowing into his mouth. And he kind of crunches, and it is just like poppers going off in his mouth. Oof. And the acrid smell of the smoke starts to fill the air, and his eyes light up a little bit more. And he's still not looking awesome from whatever the frog did, but he's looking not happy as well, and kind of wiry. And then I'm going to attack the swarm of frogs here with my.
I was about to say, on the not feeling good, did you mark another HP for his turn?
Oh, is it every round or every when? Yeah. What's the?
Every time the Necrotoad.
You earlier, but Great doesn't know what's happening with this other than that it hurts. So every turn the frog takes, I get 1 HP marked.
Right.
Okay.
Gut punch.
Yeah. Do it on Roll20, so it shows on my above me there if you want to see it, and in demi plane. Okay. Yeah. So start to kind of slough off more of his shaly, rocky exterior as he swings the big maul around. And hopefully this is going to hurt this swarm of frogs here. That is a 19 with fear. So
19 with fear.
Guess a 19 is going to do something here.
19 definitely hits. I'll take that fear.
All right. And that is a 9 physical damage. Oh, +1. That is 10 physical damage because of my unstoppable die. Yep.
Yo. Okay.
So Grumb kind of starts almost popping him, vibrating a little bit, and moves with swiftness and just whips them all around, and hits like the ground into where the swarm is jumping up to, and smashes some down, and then tries to shockwave at least a little bit of them to disorient them as well.
And it does. They are not hard to hit. Okay. Oops.
Are they dead?
Cool.
No.
Those are. There's a lot more, though. And I'll just kind of, I'll move it. There's no really mechanical reason for him to be right next to you. They're everywhere. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Very good. Zabji.
So, 3 frogs,
Turtell.
1 stone. Yeah.
No,
I did roll fear, so do whatever you want with that. I think you can take an action or whatever.
I have 3 I've written. I'm trying to
I know it's actions and fear, so it's 2 different
right
things.
Actually, yeah, go ahead, Zabji, go ahead.
Zabji is gonna dart forward. First he's gonna grab a couple of coals. He pulls out a second set of tongs, and then he's gonna dart forward. I'm gonna use another stress wild flame, so I can actually attack up to 3 enemies within melee range with this one.
Nice.
So can I go for the big toad and then 2 small toads?
Yeah. Well, yeah. They all count as 1, but yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so this will be the big toad.
Okay.
So that'll be a 15 with fear.
I think you just make 1 roll,
Yes.
and it applies to
Okay.
everything. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So then 15 with fear for the 3.
For sure. Yep. Hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
Perfect. And then that'll be, I guess, 11 damage for the 3.
Wow. Nice.
Very nice. Almost
So
matched.
they each take 11.
Yes.
Damn, son. So the fire.
And
I guess just
They
the.
also take a stress.
Yeah, go ahead.
The toads or.
No,
Everything he hits,
so-
that he does damage.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. We're not gonna make it that far for it to matter. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Turtell's still holding the vines,
I don't think I need
or
do I need to hold it? Is that a thing?
No,
Or it's just
it's
one
the. Sean could spend a stress or fear to end it. The restrain on it, like a condition like that, but you don't have to concentrate.
Yeah, I don't think I have to. It's not a concentration thing, as far as I can tell. No, I'm gonna go into beast form and come in as a. I want to be swift and narrow here with the group, so I'm gonna transform into a coyote.
yeah.
And I'm just gonna give you. Unfortunately, the 6-month-old is waking up, and so I need to go and deal with that.
Yeah.
But so here's the basics are, it's gonna attack consistently wherever next to its allies, and then just roll 2d8 after each attack, and the attacks are +2 strength. So if y'all want to just
+2.
that gives you a perpetual motion thing, and then I'll be back as quickly as possible.
Nice.
Okay. All right. As I find
I
coyote,
think we have
artwork.
or we can find it pretty easy.
I can screenshot it into the chat real
Yeah,
quick.
I already got it. You can go take care of
All right, I'll be back.
There you go, buddy.
I was gonna say I can hop over to tokens, see if we got anything like that. Something close. We're gonna be something fun from Pirate Borg.
Predator. There you
Hex chicken. We'll do guard dog. That's pretty close. Thank you, Pirate Borg. Oh, well, there's no artwork. I don't like that, but whatever. All right, Jeremy's a guard dog now. What's don't worry about the HP. It's like different for them, right? Figure it out.
A guard dog. It's his.
Like
it's his own HP.
His coyote. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Doesn't matter.
The coyote. Yeah.
All right. So that's just.
He just has a different armor and like one more evasion too. So we can change his stuff.
Does he
on
get to
Deadly Point if we want
attack
to.
on the same place or the same turn, or does it transform?
Beast form, mark stress, blah 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 blah. While transformed, you can't use equipment on your spells, but you gain the feature of the attack tree. See, when everything that's like an action, I think that's kind of like me and Unstoppable. It doesn't actually add to the action tracker. So
It just happens.
you just do it, and then. But if he does an action like attack, then yeah, that's an action.
Yeah. So he said he wanted to attack, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
One of you guys want to roll his +2?
I'll do it. Since
And then I'm going to
Zabji
spend some fear.
smote these guys. You said +2, and he has advantage because he takes advantage on attack rolls. Hey, 22 with hope.
Ooh.
Woo! Definitely hits.
What is that? When you attack the same target as an ally before you, an additional D8 to your damage dice pool. I think that target as an ally right before you. Zabji just attacked, so he does get another D8. So it should be 2D8.
Shit.
9 physical damage.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
So this Necrotoad is not looking good. But it's gonna, in a last desperate moment, it's going to spend its fear. We've got a couple of things from him. We're gonna do Zabji, that flame strike or whatever last round. He's gonna take that, spend a fear, and force the attacker to make a reaction roll. Well, I mean, we're gonna retcon it, but we'll just do that. So an instinct of 15 it needs to make instinct check
I have it.
or a reaction roll.
+0.
Da, 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 da.
Can I help on reaction rolls? I don't know if you can.
22 with hope.
Ooh,
Never mind.
nice. So he gets it.
Oh no, it's only okay.
And then, so he's not done. He's going to make an attack roll, just a normal attack roll.
So I mark a HP when he does this.
Yes.
Man.
Necrotoad attack for this is against Zabji. That
Ooh,
is a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
And Swarm of Toads against Grit. It's gonna have the same attacker there. So 17
damage.
to Swarm.
17 hits. So
Okay, on the Necrotoad, let me get his. That is. Bam! Toxic Tongue.
ooh,
It's 12 damage against Zabji.
dang.
And then the
38.
Swarm. That is. And they're not. Yeah. Actually, so.
So
The toads are. It looks like you guys have to put a dent in the swarm of toads, and although their frogman karate is still hitting, it seems to not be hitting as hard. So they are doing less damage. For 4 damage against Grit.
well, I have resistance to physical damage right now, and my minor threshold is 4, so they do not hurt me.
Just not. You swat the frogs.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, flavor, it will combine it with like your resistance, and then their dwindling numbers. You're just like the confidence. it's swaying in your favor. The vibe.
Grit's moving a little faster now that he's amped up.
Nice.
At this point.
So if I
right,
want to
Zabji.
use an armor slot for that hit that I just got, I have an armor score of 2, so that would mean I only have 2 slots to absorb. Correct?
Well, no, you have next to your armor, you have armor slots, which you should have 6
Okay.
at least.
Correct. Okay.
And you can
So
burn
then-
as many of those as you want.
Okay, and then each armor slot reduces it by 2.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to reduce it by 1 so that it goes from severe to major.
There's actually like
That-
that calculate damage button too that can do a cool job of it.
Okay, yeah,
You
that
see,
actually...
if you use armor slots, it gives you the damage after out. Yeah. Huh, never looked at that before.
In demiplane?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to reduce it down to major, so I'll take 2 HP points. Whew, those
The
things
fragile
hit
frog.
hard, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty and I do a lot of damage, but I
Yeah.
don't. I'm a frail frog.
Bro, frog.
Zabji though is going to I guess he's gonna put the tongs back on his belt and he's gonna pull out his rapier, which is I'm gonna flavor it as a chef's knife, and he's just gonna go and he's gonna stab the toad.
Go ahead, make an attack. Yeah.
17 with hopes.
16 hits.
Cool.
So, describe how you end the Necrotoad, Zabji.
Nice.
So I think Zabji just is like panically holding the knife, and he's just like, and he just sort of sticks it in, not really thinking about it, and he just manages to hit the heart somehow. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh my god, I've never stabbed anything alive before.
You like subconsciously fillet it.
Yeah, I
Right.
start like carving off a little fillet.
Your training kicks in.
Toad stew for dinner, guys.
No.
Yeah.
No. Many
I would
frogs.
just, yeah, I don't know about this Necrotoad. It does not look that appetizing.
No,
As
no,
you
where's the cut the poison out. It's fine. It's fine.
as you start to fillet the toad, exactly like you said, you never stabbed a living meat. This does not operate like a piece of meat in the kitchen. This as soon as you start to rip it, it's almost like this thing's like more of like a sack of potatoes with just black ichor and almost smaller looking tadpoles, blackish in the blackish goo that kind of make this whole thing up as it just unzips and spills its contents all over you, all like little black tadpoles, and the same deathly aura that was like surrounding its breath. It lets out like one last croak as it croaks, and just a eerie hum that seems to silence all the wildlife around it as the gas cloud it goes up into the air, and the flesh is like barely flesh anymore. It's just the skin, suffering greatly from necrosis now, draped at your feet, and the tiny black tadpole things kind of crawl over you, and they're all making their way back to the water. And at the same token, the swarm, as soon as this thing goes down, the swarm of toads just kind of completely loses interest, and it's almost like they snap out of an enchantment they were under and just kind of go back to doing normal frog shit. They hop back into the swamp. But yeah,
Later,
And
fellas.
the coyote just kind of keeps grabbing a few of them.
yeah, he's
John.
snapping at the little tadpoles. They try to get away. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's like ringing the frogs, doing the ragdoll thing. But yeah, you vanquished the Necrotoad.
Do I still feel terrible?
No, so if the Necrotoad is killed, all countdowns end. Your HP is still at whatever it is, but no more countdown.
I marked 3 and I healed 1 from Tomato Abyss, so I'm at 2 marked. Cool. And as that happens, I work out the energy coursing through me as well on the various toads around, making more pace than effective things to eat for later. But we're working on those. Then realize it's pretty quiet and stop. Oh, that was a very good cut.
I mean, I've had a lot of practice, just never on real live meat. I mean, I don't know if it was live. I've never cut meat and it turned to soup like that before, but yeah, I mean, it's a big day.
Great. I was keep wanting to call him Grumb. Kind of like the name Grumb. Grit looks at the nasty pile and just kind of tries to push as much as he can away with his warhammer towards the water, away from the glowing statue, which I assume is still glowing. Yes, that is. Oh, friends, you're back. Okay, I still haven't settled on a voice yet, but maybe something close to this. Yes. Do the assassins appear?
So as you're talking amongst yourselves, yes, the Jalakunu Shadowspears, which everyone here, all pirates know about the Jalakunu Shadowspears, but very rarely you've actually seen one in person. So even not that all Ribbits know each other, but even Zabji's kind of blown back, oh shit, they're real. Oh my god, they're out here. As one who seems to be kind of a leader among these, I'll just throw out a different token here. Steps forward silently, and just as eerily and swiftly as they disappeared, they all kind of reappear all at once. Very intimidating, but silent. And one of them addresses Zabji, and when she starts to speak, it's kind of a croak. As she leads into sentences, it's kind of it starts to croak, but then she slips into speech. But she's going to pirates, what are you doing here?
Hello, my name is Zabji Rocky, and we are from the Don Key. This is Grit, and the coyote is actually not a coyote, it's a turtle, but it's a long story. Wow, I guess we were taking a nap, and then there was someone tried to poke me in my face, and then a frog showed up and he turned to soup.
You have slain the Necrotoad.
Yes.
Do you have any idea what this thing is?
I'm gonna go with sure.
A miss.
A
puddle. Grit knows Zabji's way better at talking to people, so he's just kind of sitting by the fire with his stone over the fire, trying to burn off the nasty blood.
I'm hoping it's something that means a reward.
Oh, it comes with a reward, but I do not think you all are prepared for what that means.
I don't know, we carry a lot of gold.
You will find no gold here, but I think because of what you have done here, your life will change, though. So, again, I ask, and I'll tell you guys, all you remember is from the night before is going out with Karnath Blackscale, the boatswain, and you're all chummy, and you had coin purrs and Karnath, and you started to play cards, and you were not in
When
a
you
swamp.
say going out, like not into a swamp, like or
Right.
or on the boat, yeah.
You were in a pirate town, like a harbor town.
Okay.
You had
We were probably the first ones to fall asleep. They always leave whoever falls asleep first on an island somewhere.
yes,
I mean, at
we
least they
know.
didn't
We have been
do
tracking them.
They didn't do the hand in warm water. They did that last time. That wasn't fun.
A few of the Shadowspears kind of part and form, or I guess give way to one of the several walking paths that leads to the area you guys are in, and the area could be used as a campfire, as a campsite, but that's not normally, like, as you start to come to, you're looking around, this looks like some kind of ritual area. The statue is ancient, and it doesn't look like a very active, there's no sacrificial altar or anything, but it looks like an ancient rituals used to take place here. You said earlier that the Necrotoad looked like a live version of the statue. Like, they look alike. Yeah. Oh yeah, unmistakable. Now that you've intimately filleted the anatomy of the thing, you definitely know. Like, this is clearly a pretty good carving of what you guys just fought. And they'll say, "Yes, we know." Right.
On this, am I able to read the runes, or is anyone able?
Go ahead. Roll for
the runes.
Is it? I guess let's do knowledge.
Okay, feels right.
Can kind of see how instinct would work. Knowledge is safe.
13 with hope.
Nice. I will say with 13, you could take some time and check out the statue. And then Grit, you'll notice as and Turtell, with both of y'all, you notice the Shadowspears off to the west over here kind of give way to one of the several paths that leads up to this ritual area. And as soon as you mentioned your colleagues, they kind of gesture down toward what are tracks, and as the battle's done now, the campfire dies down more, the sun begins to come up, and you guys are able to see better, starting to see better around you.
Now, you mentioned at the very beginning when we woke up, was there a part of a treasure map laying around?
So
some empty bottles.
Yes, and that will have to... Let's hop back over to Zabji, who starts to study the statue here. And then we'll link back to the map thing. So, the statue of the Necrotoad. Oh, did you get fear or hope? Okay, hope. I'm like a fear fiend. I'm collecting it any... So, the statue of the Necrotoad stands at the center of a sacred clearing deep within the island of Whispers. Carved from an ancient moss-covered stone, the statue is weathered but still retains intricate details. The Necrotoad, a monstrous frog-like figure with elongated limbs and grotesque, almost skeletal face, is depicted in dynamic pose, as if leaping toward an unseen prey. Its eyes are inset with eerie, glimmering gemstones that catch the light and seem to follow onlookers. And I will add that the runes that were glowing earlier and the energy kind of at its core did not completely die out as soon as you guys vanquished the Necrotoad. There's kind of a faint... it's diminishing. It's going down, but it's still there. The base of the statue is encircled with bas relief carvings that tell a story of an ancient horror and reverence. As you're looking down on one side of the Necrotoad, there is like a whole, what's it called? Like a mosaic, like 4 scenes that tell one story going down its back. The first panel shows a serene forest landscape on the Isle of Whispers with the Jalakunu tribe living in harmony. In the distance, a dark storm brews on the horizon. Frog-like humanoids are depicted hunting, fishing, and engaging in ritual dances under the watchful eyes of their ancestors, represented by spectral figures. As you go down the next scene, it looks like some kind of emergence happening. The second panel illustrates a scene of chaos. The storm has broken, and from the depths of the swamp, the Necrotoad rises. The creature is massive, towering over the terrified Jalakunu. Lightning illuminates the sky, highlighting the grotesque features of the Necrotoad with its gaping maw and elongated claws. And then just below that, there is depicted like a ritualistic sacrifice. And here, you can kind of determine that it looks very similar to where you're standing right now, where the sacrifice happened. In the third panel, the Jalakunu are shown making offerings to the Necrotoad in a desperate attempt to appease it. The offerings include livestock, rare herbs, and precious artifacts. A priest or shaman adorned with an elaborate ceremonial garb stands before the creature with outstretched arms, chanting incantations. The Necrotoad's eyes glow ominously. And then just below that, there appears to be a big battle happening on the island. The fourth panel captures a moment of fierce combat. Brave Jalakunu warriors armed with spears and the Asari Makali, shadowy enchanted weapons, engage in a desperate battle against the Necrotoad. And these would just be rumors, but the Asari Makali is the actual spears that the Jalakunu warriors carry. They hunt with not just super sharp, but like they're also all enchanted and poison. So that's why they're known for their deadliness. Despite their valor, the warriors appear overpowered. Some are depicted lying fallen while others continue to fight valiantly. Before finally, in the final panel, it shows the culmination of the struggle. The Jalakunu, guided by the shaman, perform a powerful ritual to bind the Necrotoad. Magical runes and symbols glow around the creature as it's trapped within the stone. And the shaman, now visibly aged and weakened, raises a staff adorned with mystical charms, sealing the creature's fate. The Necrotoad is depicted mid-roar, its form returning to stone. As you, so you're getting like a little bit of help. I'm assuming that one of the Jalakunu is over your shoulder, in case you got anything wrong. They're correcting you. So, and then around those main carvings are smaller carvings of frog-like humanoid faces. They're interspersed all over, wearing expressions of fear, reverence, and determination. And at the base, that is where the peculiar part comes in. We'll move us over to a different... Whoa. So, at the base of the Necrotoad is inscribed, like a tramp stamp area in that region, is almost one-to-one version of this map that you see here, which is the Island of Whispers, the home of the Jalakunu.
Now, the hole in the middle of the map doesn't coordinate with anything on the Necrotoad, does it?
Oh, no. It's just like, so this map is on the Necrotoad, the whole... Oh, I see what you're saying. Damn it. I walked into that one.
I was going to say, Zabji heard lots of stories about the Jalakunu growing up and how they're known as silent but deadly.
Yep. Damn it.
I like to imagine Turtell the coyote is just still chomping dead frogs around.
Right.
Getting his foe. We beat the Necrotoad and the swarm kind of dispersed. Just for your
info. Zabji had a gruesome filleting of the Necrotoad as he lunged forward and kind of unzipped this unholy black goo upon everybody, which was a bunch of like swarming tadpoles all swimming back to the swamp to get away.
We woke up, and so the map on the statue Does it look like the map that I picked up, or the map that is around us? As the sun's rising, I glance over and grab it.
Yes.
Any
You
pirates
pick up the map. Go ahead and make I think a knowledge check is also appropriate here.
Okay, well,
Can I help him?
That's a 0. If you burn,
Sure.
I think you have to burn a hope, and then it gives
I
me
will
advantage.
burn a hope.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have a 0, but it's not negative. So advantage. Boop. Hey, my
there we go.
third fear roll or fourth fear roll. 20
Yes.
with the fear. Yeah.
Eat the fear. Eat the fear.
But that D6 was a 5, so money.
20 gets it for sure. You recognize handwriting. I don't have it anything on here, and it's nothing. It's not like depicting landmarks or anything. It's not like useful notes. It's like Karnath, your bosun. It's just notes that he was taking. Like clearly he was not supposed to be writing on the map, and drunkenly, like it doesn't. Nothing you read makes any sense. It's incomplete sentences. One just says. I won't go into the detail, but sorry, I was trying to make a joke. It didn't land. Okay.
I think this is a shopping list. He's got like peg leg and eye patch and
There we go.
wood polish.
Perfect. Here we go. And then yeah. So yeah, and it says toad spray? Question mark. No. Never pick that up. But yeah, something equivalent to something mundane like that, like something you not associate with map, but it's definitely Karnath's handwriting there. And on the map there's indicated a Necrotoad on the map itself is there. Now if you were to compare this parchment map to what's on the Necrotoad, you would notice a couple more points of interest. Let me get some things here. I'm gonna put a little Jalakunu folk. The village of the Jalakunu would be on the northern side of the isle, and then there is. I will use the same token just to indicate something else is over here on this kind of standalone part of the overall island. A point of interest.
It's a little glowing beacon.
Right. And then I'll put another one over in this area. So maybe I should use different tokens for the ones that aren't the Jalakunu. We'll use Swarm of Toads. There we go. There we go. And yeah, the nearest point of interest seems to be the direction that your friends, your colleagues, paw prints and boot prints seem to be heading.
Oh, like west. Okay.
We'll hop back over to Toad on our scene here. This is she's not an elder. She just looks like she might be in charge of this little this squad that's out here, and she will issue a warning like, "You have now entered our island and disrupted the balance that we keep with the Necrotoad. We don't know what comes next. So you must travel. First, you must find your friends. We do not want you on our island. We would not harm you, but we do not want you here. This is our place. And you will have to consult our elder, because we believe that you have just unleashed the Necrotoad spirit. definitely summoned it here, and she'll gesture around, and some of the other artifacts that now that the sun's coming up, you look around, and it seems like there is some like expended grit, especially you would know from all your gunpowder. Like, you know when something has like gone off, you know, like you definitely know when something is discharged or any kind of like impact or explosion. What's the word? Anyway, things like that. And you see that like clearly something has recently been done, and you see little broken parts of gemstones that are not dissimilar from those found in the eyes of the statue here. And you gather enough to know maybe you guys had something to do with this, like
maybe there was another statue. Yeah. Or does it seem like there's enough material around? I guess I would. Yeah.
Make an instinct check. We'll see.
Ooh, okay. Another 0. Let's do it. Hey, a hope roll. Another 20.
Nice.
I will take a hope.
20 with
you.
hope. Yeah. Not only do you realize, so it's not a statue. It is something. It was enough. You know enough. You're not a magic user, but you know enough to clock this as some magic-y hijinks. Something went down. Perhaps a ritual was enacted here, undertaken or whatever. But you do know that Karnath. Say what?
I said it's a level 3 hijinks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, level 3, at least level 3. Yeah.
So, technical term for whatever the ritual was.
The same things that, so you may not audibly admit that out loud, but like she's not going to call you out either, but the lady in charge, she kind of like gives you an eye as soon as you make eye contact with, and she's like, you did something.
Yeah, Grit does the he grabs a hand of the dirt and everything around, and then just lets it flow out through his fingers and watches it, and then brushes them off, and kind of shrugs. Oops.
You are going to clean up your mess.
I do not remember any ritual. No. I mean, who said ritual? I'm just. He goes back to like polishing his maul. I think we should find the crew.
Yes, you find your crew.
Definitely.
Oh wait, you said something about the reward?
Yeah, I think I heard.
His reward is you get to live.
Oh, that's actually the opposite of what I'm doing. But okay,
I mean, I think that's like literally like the bare minimum of a reward. Like I don't
We
think
just all
that's
mutter
even
how
a
stingy
reward.
they are. Try to shame them into it.
Perhaps if you meet with our elder, you can find a way to remove the curse, and that could be your reward.
Does she have money?
Reaches beyond your imagination.
Maybe we don't tell Karnath about this, this. Just we found a statue with a map.
Yeah, I
You know
think
what, just
that's
for
good.
fun.
What?
Let's roll. Everyone roll a D100. Just a flat.
My favorite die.
Just a flat D100. No mods.
12.
Also, just real quick, did they draw anything on my face? Last time I passed out, they drew all over my face.
Grit Grit, describe
it's just
the
like a turtle shell and Sharpie, you know.
right. If you did, it would
Grit,
probably be Grit with the ash. So yeah.
Grit picks up. Grit tries to pick up Turtell, the coyote, and like hold him up to your face.
Oh, am I still a coyote? Like,
lick off anything that is on there. I mean, if you are, that's up to you.
I'm back. I assume the things are done, and we were talking to people, so I'll go.
If you become uncoyote, then yes, I would not do that.
So just the limitation on the beast form is you add a stress for when you go into it, right? That's the main way it controls it. All right.
Yeah.
And did I take any hits or anything?
No, you gained a hope from one of your attacks, and that was it.
Cool. All right. Then I was anyway. So I rolled an 88. What is the D100 for?
As Grit, you were holding up the coyote, right?
Well, he's not coyoted, so I guess I would just kind of glance over at.
He's
turn Zabji's face
I'm
towards
like
the
a
firelight
heavy turtle, you know,
to try and gaze at it.
I'll try to use. I don't know if I get some I'll use my ropes to like levitate myself up a little bit to make it easier for you.
Focus shifts to Turtell as he transforms back to his normal form, and he's kind of like, we'll flavor Jeremy.
Oh, can't hear you.
Yeah, you cut out there.
We'll flavor Jeremy. I think that's Zabji's job.
Am I here?
Can
you hear
me? I got that fillet remark earlier. Yeah.
I was gonna say we'll flavor
Jeremy.
like Jeremy the player stepping away as like Turtell the character kind of stepping away from like into his coyote mode or whatever, but coming back and kind of reassessing everything.
Animalistic, like prance.
Barrel. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But Turtell, you feel a little something in your core, in your chest area, and it doesn't hurt, but you look down and there is a slight glow emanating from your chest area, and in a moment of kind of like an apex of the glow between the statue and Turtell, the deafening croaking that was happening earlier with all the frogs when the Necrotoad was in charge, it went away, but for just a few seconds comes back, and it like crescendos super loud, and as it does, Turtell, in your ears, it's like especially grinding. It hurts way more than it should. Like, it should not hurt this bad, and the croaking just gets to you, and the glowing on the statue and Turtell reach a point, and all of a sudden the pain kind of goes away for a second. The glow in the eyes and the core of the Necrotoad statue just faintly goes away. But then now Turtell has a bit of a permanent, like an Iron Man arc reactor glow coming out of his chest right now. It does not hurt, but it's probably not welcome.
And the statue is no longer glowing?
No longer glowing. No, nothing.
And you just hear me go, turtle power.
Seems fine, yeah.
Good night, everybody. That's
okay. Do I feel anything? I heard it all.
No.
Now I just does my front shell feel. Turtles don't actually have nerves to the shell, right? Like that's
up to you. You're not really a turtle, but you're
fair.
Whatever you want to be.
Species will run with it. I'm gonna go with there's not as much feeling because it's armor in the game. So
yeah.
Nice.
So no pain, and doesn't like tingle or anything. The only pain you felt was just from your eardrums, the croaking. So now it's just like this awkward, unsettling glow.
You just see me doing some quick little and I shoot a gust of wind over there just to see what happens, and I cast a little fire over there. Anyway, nothing.
I know. little cantrips you may have, little abilities seem to not affect this at all. And it's not like on the outside, like you would know if it was like a glow on it. It's you. You are the glow.
I take like any kind of whatever we're carrying with us in our packs of like, do I have like canvas or tent or something? I try to like drape it over myself for a second just to see, does it glow in the dark? Like, am I basically unable to be stealthy?
It does, and when you do, now you have like a little glow area, and there's like little swamp, little mosquitoes, and tiny little lanternflies maybe that pop up. But you are definitely like, oh shit, yeah, I'm glowing. You got glow.
Now we got a nightlight.
Yeah, that's what you hear from under the canvas, and then all right, I put everything away and kind of do give a little big turtle shrug, like so instead of shoulders, right? There's just the big shell just goes like. That's my imitation of what a turtle would shrug.
I love it. Well,
So
perfect.
You're okay? Yeah.
I go like.
Kind of thump your chest a little bit, like knock on it, or put my hand over it. No.
You're like, did one of you do this? Did one of you? Is this one of you?
I don't think so.
I go, is this one of your recipes?
Is it? I'm gonna put my hand up. Is it warm? I make spicy food sometimes. I've heard of heartburn. I've never heard of it actually like lighting things on fire though.
So Zabji reaches his hand forward. There's no radiation coming off, but we're gonna say, even though you're a frog, you have hair on your knuckles as you reach forward, and all this just like goosebumps, and your hair raises to its edge, to its end. As you bring your hand forward, as you take it back, it dissipates the sensation, but it doesn't hurt. It's just a little tingly.
So probably can't use it to bake cookies.
It's an important thing to test.
It's like what's the kid's oven that just had a little light in it?
Easy bake.
An easy bake oven, yeah.
I had one. Yeah.
Some of them are real, right? Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, they would bake, but the light, like
brownies.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I give a little turtle stop, drop, and roll. I find some sand. I do like a little like turtle flop, and then like a roll, and then I dust it off and I see if it's still there.
Yeah. So the sand,
physical transference.
At first, you are relieved because you've covered it. And you're like, oh, it's gone. There's no more glow, and you start to wipe it away. Oh no. Oh dang.
Even
still there.
Sand too, you know.
There's
the
shadow spear right next to you is going to not aggressively, but stick his spear out like not the pointy end, the butt, and he's tap your shell again, not aggressively, but just like tap, kind of loud and as it echoes. And he said, "Ta, you see, he is marked. They must speak to the elder."
I'm
and
like,
the
yeah,
leader
I guess
here
I gotta talk
will.
about it.
She
They go to the
will
doctor,
confirm.
You know?
This is not good. Where's my list here? Here we go.
Okay.
Zuri
and we know
Crockwell.
that the elder is at their village, right? Like up north.
All right, we'll help.
On the
Right,
map.
that's what they were indicating. Yeah. Oh, my bad. You guys have been on the map the whole time. I like hop back over
Yeah.
to the campfire, but I
Yeah,
didn't bring you with me. My bad.
all good.
Jeez. No.
Giving us the bird's eye view.
Clown.
It helps with planning.
So-
Greer kind of rubs his chin. Should we find the crew or go to the elder?
As like a navigator assistant, I complain mildly loudly about the lack of a scale on this map. It makes it so difficult to estimate distance. So now
I
he's
mean,
like, we're gonna go to this elder, but like, how far is it?
I have a food
I would
scale
like to
if you
look
wanna weigh
around
it.
for. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying I have a scale if you want to weigh it.
I was gonna look around for a lizard to put on top of it, so I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, okay, that we're a banana. I have a banana.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna say banana. I've got a
Scale.
banana here. I got a banana.
And you're just like, we have a scale. Like, what are you talking
Find
about?
a snake
No,
for
yeah.
some scales. Yeah, it'll be fine.
You have
Like,
scales.
you're
What are we
about-
I
talking
was like, Remark be like, oh,
Yeah.
first time on a boat.
14,000 bananas away from village.
Is Grit will look up at the Jalakunu. Is the crew? Are they far?
We do not know where your friends are. It looks like they went this way.
I mean, you know that they are that way. Yeah, so you know it. You know a direction. Yes. But I guess
West.
not a velocity. Okay.
Velocity.
Speed or where they are. Okay. No. Okay. No. All right.
I'm gonna say, judging by
tracks.
Well,
Wait, no. I
I mean,
would like to look
Turtell's
at the
navigator,
tracks and
right?
see how old they are, because I am Ridgeborn,
Nice.
and I have an advantage on navigating harsh environments and using my survival knowledge. So I'm gonna look at their
we
tracks.
don't need that.
Whatever.
Yeah,
That's probably instinct. Maybe.
make a instinct roll. Yeah.
A +0 instinct roll at advantage. Hey, a 23 with fear. You're full? Are you full? How many fear do you have? Yeah. All right. Well, 23 to gauge how far
6.
away or how old these tracks might be. Yeah.
So the
I'm gonna guess
tracks,
last night. Yeah.
clearly, yeah. Before you woke up, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to. What sticks out is now that you're like actively looking for evidence of activity, even the Shadowspears that are present, you still don't see their footprints. So it's crazy. But yeah, you see all the scuffle, the all the frog hops. In fact, 23. So the frogs kind of messed up what would have been like an exact time, but it definitely happened before you guys woke up, obviously. But it doesn't look like it was like a long time before you woke up.
Yeah.
So pretty recent.
Great does the exact same thing as he did earlier and goes over the tracks and grabs a hand through them and then just lets the sand and mud, whatever, fall down through his hands.
So unmistakably, you get some coin purrs, little tricolor undercoat furs. Like here we go.
Coin purse. Yep. I think we should find the crew.
I agree. I think it's important for us to get back. I'm really kind of worried about what chef is gonna try to serve everybody for dinner without me being there. He keeps just wanting to do gruel.
That's all they deserve.
I know, but
Chef?
spice.
Oh yeah, please voice the entire crew. We need to get together and talk to the whole crew. at one time.
Oh,
what I
well,
really want
that. Oh yeah. I've got every crewman has a roleplay note for it. I went through with ChatGPT and we analyzed their backgrounds and personalities. And I'm like, what actors / character they played would be good for this, and narrowed it down to like 10 for each one. Then I picked the best one out of all those. So there are some characters coming.
Grit's not looking amazing, but he's not looking like he's about to die either. So he kind of glances to the fire and looks towards the path. Oh yeah, there we go. There's our little setup here. Well, I feel like I was going to ask you something, but I can't remember, so never mind. He looks at the Jalakunu. Yeah. He doesn't remember what he was going to ask.
It's fine. But yeah,
The player forgets.
people a few words. Yeah. You get the idea that they're pretty much like waiting for y'all to make the next move now.
I imagine there's one like standing out on a tree branch, and it's like barely bending, and I just kind of look and wonder.
Right.
Like, really?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes. Crouching tiger shit. That's right. So after Karnath then.
I think so.
I agree.
I'd quickly scour the air. I mean, grab the map, but if there's anything else in the ground here, but it looks like it's pretty trashed.
No, I would say like whatever personal effects you would normally have in your equipment, just consider that you have all that, and then plus with this map that you're gonna
shopping
have
list
now.
Map. Yeah.
Right. And no, that's kind of it for now.
Who said who? Oh, well, as Turtle's the navigator, I'm definitely gonna toss him the map. I'm not. That is not staying in my inventory.
I like slide it down.
Not good at precise writing. Yeah.
You just see like it goes in the shell. Like
yeah. You see that I started to make some marks on it, like just with like a piece of charcoal to try and indicate where the stuff was from the statue, but it's like super rough and not great. Yeah. Just kind of
when we get back to the ship, I'll work on that.
Yeah.
I just like make it nice and rolled up, and there's just like a right in here into the safest part.
Give you the same look
like an old
the
diner waitress.
Tree. Just like
yeah. I got like a whole set of like bookshelves and knickknacks, like arranged in little like cubbies, like.
Nice.
Very nice. So, on our way, as you kind of all decide what you're doing, they kind of do their creepy disappeared act again, and you'll hear like a twig snap in the direction they want you to look in, and then as soon as you turn back to check on them, oh, they're gone. Ooh, spooky.
It turns around. Yes. Oh, yep. I remember. Yep. I was going to, and then they're gone. Yeah. Like we're Commissioner Gordon. Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
So, we'll do hex crawl. I was gonna say like it's not a day because I want like the village to the whole island. I don't want to be bigger than like maybe a whole 1 day takes to get across.
Mm-hmm.
Even including like taking little shortcuts. I mean, and when it comes to like these big chasms here, the separation, I didn't really ask for all those. The AI just kind of cranked that out. So up here, especially in the northeastern part of the island, don't just consider that not just regular travel time. It'll just take normal time.
Is the ship our ship, or is that a decorative ship?
These are
I feel like that's
ships.
These
are
definitely
just...
a question we're gonna have. Is like, where's the ship?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's the whole thing. Yeah. Kind of the overall mission is where's the ship?
Yeah.
After this.
Dude, where's my ship? Cool.
Right.
Chapter 1, dude, where's my ship?
So I'll say maybe 2 hours per square. I think that's fair.
Okay.
So if we move over 1, we'll consider, that 2 hours, and then we'll make some different checks as we go along head that direction. So
I don't know if Turtle's instinct or my advantage is going to be better. Maybe we can work together. Yeah.
Right.
We'll
do that actually.
Ridgeborn, and then I realized it's a really good community. Yeah.
There's a good system for working together.
Yeah.
And then, I also have like Seaborn community know the tides, so I can add these tokens as modifiers to rolls.
I should have taken that, and I'd have like 6 tokens from my fears.
Up to your level, so you know.
Oh, okay. So just 1 right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it. Fun, kind of high stakes bit of initial rough and tumble there.
Yeah, I wanted to get right into it.
Yeah.
No.
Like Grit doesn't know what the countdown was for, but hearing you, I was like, oh, cool. So way to get stuff going. Yeah.
Let's do instinct roll. Whoever wants to roll instinct for each square we travel, each 2 hours.
That'll be me, I think, for navigation plus instinct.
Yeah. I've got 3 hope. I'll burn 1 to give you advantage. Can I do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just a.
Is it? You add advantage or you add a d6? What's
when you do it? Advantage is just plus a d6.
Got it. Okay.
And it's built into that macro. It should be.
Yep, I got it. There we go. 19.
Nice.
With hope.
That d6 turned into a 6. Woohoo!
And
very nice.
Is anybody hurt?
Has it been?
I'm
Dude, wow.
I mean I marked 2 hit points and 1 stress and 1 armor, so using all my resources.
I'm gonna hang on. Oh, I just like walk by and touch you, and then
what else do you do? No.
You heal 1.
Oh. Okay. Nice. What is that? Is that?
That's my Warden of Renewal regeneration.
Mm-hmm.
Uses 3 hope
Nice.
to heal a d4, but I rolled a 1. So
I feel like you touch me and it's almost kind of like a magnetic thing as I walk.
yeah,
It's like
you feel the pull
some of
of
the loose
tide.
stones are on the ground, kind of.
Like the moon is aligning, and you feel yourself. You know, there's like magnetism.
Yeah.
Yes.
So still have 1 HP marked, but I'm looking better. Awesome.
Yeah,
As
I thought
Turtell enacts his renewal on his friend here, everything's normal and it works and everything, but you do notice your chest glows even brighter when you use your magic. And we are able to travel with no complications. For the first part here, following the clues from the statue, you begin your search for the missing Karnath Blackscale and coin purse. The jungle is dense, with towering trees and thick underbrush making every step a challenge. Unless you roll really well, which you did. The air is filled with sounds of wildlife, chirping insects, distant bird calls, and the occasional rustle of leaves, indicating something moving nearby. But nothing too dangerous.
So as we're walking along, there's going to be just a ding. I'm going to do my rally, and the ding's going to go off, and Zabji's going to go, "Ooh, brownies are ready, everybody." So I'll go ahead and distribute my rally die to everybody, so everybody has a d6 that we can add to an action, reaction, damage, or clearing stress.
Nice. All right.
Ding!
So today's brownies are salted caramel. I got some of the seawater and I boiled it off. So sea salted caramel. Let me know how it goes.
Great takes the brownie he's handed and then it tries to put it back in the oven because he can he kind of puts his hand together and it starts to squish a little bit. It's too soft. Yep. Can you
I got it Cajun style, and I'm just gonna shove it back into my little backpack oven and let it char up a little for you.
That's right there, buddy. Give it maybe 4 times what you already done, and maybe this is great here. That'd be great. Yeah. This is just like Thibodeau likes it. Yeah, and I want him to cook it way more.
After a few minutes, another ding will go off, and I'll hand you a small black rock.
Just throw it in and just crunch.
I just want you to know this hurts my soul a little bit, but you know you got to make it to order.
Oh, this is so good, man. I don't know what you're talking about here. And Grit's just spitting brownie grit out of the side of his mouth as he's talking, but some of it goes down. Awesome. Although I guess we would eat them when we rally, but whatever. I like it.
Yeah. Okay, so uneventful, that first stretch, peaceful as you keep pressing forward. Need another instinct roll to see what we...
With that instinct, can we tell if we're, like, getting any closer to them, maybe, or...
Yes, no? And okay. With, I was gonna say, like, as you round the island, you get an idea of, like, circumference, and you're starting to see, like, oh, okay, it's not that big. It's you get the idea. Well, like I said earlier, you could travel across in a day, about a day's worth of travel.
6 with fear.
Ooh. I have so much fear.
We're too busy taking in the sights there. Yeah. Wait, circumference, but like of the island, right?
Right.
Because this is flat.
So
right, like this world. No.
As 6 with fear. As we make the next, it's not a hex, but whatever. The next hex, you come across a ravine that has a felled tree, a huge tree. It fell down across the ravine, and it looks like it could be used as somewhat of a footbridge there. But I'm looking for a stats. I have a thing for this. There we go. I definitely have a visual I can bring up. Is that it? There we go. Can y'all see that? And I'll put it in. Actually, I'll put it in Discord. Here we go.
Yes.
Bam. So, not perfect, but it's somewhat like that. So imagine you guys are on top of the cliff, and there is a tree making what could be a footbridge going across. But there's a lot of, like it says in the picture, there's a lot of growth on it. It doesn't look too safe, but it does seem the only feasible way that it would come up this far. I was gonna say with a 6 we have temporarily lost the trail. We'll say that on that first roll, you guys, were continuing to find footprints of Karnaths and coin purrs, but now that you've made it this far, you're faced with either trying to cross this, or just turn back, or turn north, or go a different direction, but you don't see any immediate evidence that they came here.
Grit, having grown up in the mountains, is used to dangerous, cliffs and ledges, things that might not be very stable, trying to navigate in a harsh environment. So it'll kind of take a look at the tree, and then step back. What's his voice now? What time is it? You want to go first? He'll gesture to the others.
Grit's been recast like 4 times in the pilot.
Yep. He just, every time you look at him, he just changes a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, he'll offer, kind of put a foot on the tree and kind of wiggle it a little bit, and then step back, and knowing that he's probably between him and Turtle, look at Zabji, and then gesture to the tree.
Zabji's gonna raise a hand and say 1 second, and he's gonna swing around his backpack, reach in, and pull out a length of rope I have 50 feet of rope. I'm thinking maybe we tie this around each other, and that way, if someone falls, hopefully not splat. I'm gonna be completely honest. If we get to the other, if I'm on one side and the rope starts to go, I think maybe I should probably just cut it because I'm not very strong. But I think grit could probably stop me from dying.
If everybody's good with that, I can magically entangle us with rope instead of
Yeah.
doing it by hand.
Grit's like trying very hard to tie it, and he just his fingers are not. It's not working real well.
Just like it just you see it just like elegantly not, but like gently but very tight and fine.
Oh yeah, thank you, my friend. That's great. Do it. I guess I'll anchor as whoever is crossing first.
That makes sense.
So I think we'll have Zabji go first, since I think he would probably be the lightest of the three of us. Maybe he can test it out.
That's right. How heavy is the oven?
True. The oven. Well, it's a small oven.
Heavy is an easy bake.
Oh yeah.
All right. As you feel yourself secured by your stout friend back there, go ahead. How are you approaching this?
So I think I'm going to just sort of make my way across carefully. Not crawl or anything, but I'm definitely holding a hand out, ready to steady myself,
Nice.
if need be.
I want to.
I guess. Go ahead.
Sorry. I want to glance at the chasm there real quick. How like far across? I feel like I've been around Zabji for a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, you think you jump over that right there?
Oh,
It's,
You got them long legs.
how long of a jump does it look like?
No, you're looking at like 30 feet minimum, like a full movement.
Yeah, I'm really more of a swimmer, or like hit something with my I'm like an indoor frog. I'm not really like I wasn't an outdoorsy.
They don't got
House
them indoor
frog?
pools where you from?
No, I mean, I know the spelt body doesn't really show it, but wasn't much of an outdoor kid. Kind of a winter build.
All right, I got you. Yep. Well, go on, get.
Yeah, let's try this, and I'm just gonna step out, and if there's any creaking, I'm going to shoot my tongue back at Grit.
That's a deep cut gift there for an indoor frog.
Let's do. Oh my god.
Back at me. Yeah.
Let's do. Okay. I'm looking like. I guess agility makes the most sense. Agility. Let's do agility. Roll.
That feels right. Yeah.
It does feel right. I was just afraid he was going to say that.
Nimbler on difficult terrain. Yeah, that yeah.
Oh, you crit.
Double, so a crit, yeah.
Yeah, first crit. Woohoo!
All right. Zabji.
And here I was thinking that you had a positive agility score.
As you make your way across, there's a moment. Actually, it just literally as soon as you take that first step, the whole thing creaks, and several birds that were like nesting on the bridge. We'll just call it a bridge, and any bugs, and like it almost like something snaps a vein in this whole thing, and it just sends everything flying and gives you a little scare there. But as you continue your way, There are a couple of near slips, even with your frog digits, and used to semi-aquatic, aquatic, dry, whatever. As a pirate, you're getting inconsistent textures as you make your way across. So there's a not sure of yourself at all. So, but by the time you start to really focus on just what's right in front of you, you get tunnel vision, and then by the time you know it, you're on the other side. So successfully made it across the ravine. Who's next?
Grit leans over to Turtle. Did he just cross that thing with his eyes closed?
You just what? Say what?
He's got all the right genetics for balance and leg strength.
That's true.
All right, you keep using them made up words, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know if genetics is a concept in this world, so. No. I tell you something more that's like, to each creature its own environ, match must be made.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big Navi vibes, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Classic
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, we can do the classic turtle roll, turn sideways, and just start. What kind of terrain is it? Is it got like a track or a groove I can follow?
Right. Blue shell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will. I've got the rope. I'm tied between the two of you, I guess, magically so. And let's give it a shot.
So with two anchors,
actually, yeah. Let's
for Turtell, I'll let's see advantage because
and as a Galapa, I'm slow and steady. That's one of the ancestry traits and effects.
Nice.
It doesn't just as like a flavoring.
Yeah.
So I just carefully make my way, just like
Don't you get advantage if you take something? Do it slowly.
I was gonna say
I get advantage by marking an additional action. That's basically it. So I can. But yes, so
let's go for it. Let's roll
on all attacks. All right. You want me to make an agility roll? Is that
yeah. At advantage. Get Turtell.
23.
Nice.
Fear.
Fear.
Success with fear.
As you, So I would say, and especially because you're anchored at either end, you're kind of just vinesing yourself across as the magic pulls you from both feet, and as you're gracefully almost hovering above the hollowed out, and it is hollowed now. You can see after Zabji crossed, some of the moss kind of caved in some spots, and so it looked kind of whole at first. But as these you keep walking across, more and more falls away. But you make it to the other side, unfazed. And finally, Grit.
All right. Well, nothing to do but trundle on across. Because of Ridgeborn, I have advantage on rolls to traverse dangerous cliffs and ledges. Is this fit there?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, cool.
It's literally
I have a flat agility, but I think I'm gonna just burn the brownie as well for an extra d6 to.
Nice.
If you burn the brownie, it doesn't taste as good. That would be like a failure.
No, it tastes even better.
That's his thing.
So after this, I'll add a d6 to the total.
Oh,
A 12.
You.
A 4. An 18. Or a 16.
Oh, okay. 16. I thought it was already built in. Shit, dude.
No. The advantage. Yeah, the advantage gave a d6 from Ridgeborn, and then I used the rally die for another d6.
Yeah, dude, you barely make it. The DC's 15. So, barely barely makes it across. We're gonna say that as you are about 75% of the cross, the vines start to give, and you almost feel the bridge collapsing behind you as you make one final leap, and your friends catch you. But
I see Zabji over there, and he, as I'm starting to kind of maybe fall down just a little bit, the rope is pulling on him, and as it does, it like kind of bends over, and I can see the oven, and then I just have a memory of that delicious piece of charcoal brownie that he pulled out. That can't happen, and just leap into them. Yeah.
Nice. Well, cool. That there was going to be a lot of damage if anyone fell.
Second opportunity to make a death move in one session.
Yes. So good. We have successfully crossed over into this part of the island, the standalone part. I'm actually we're gonna call it there. This evening, there is something next, but I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change what happens in this area. I thought of something better, so we'll come back to it next time. But that was awesome. Woo! That was fun.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Hopefully, my fumbling through first time GM Daggerheart wasn't too bad. I'm trying to.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah,
That was great. You did
That was
great.
amazing.
Awesome.
and I just now remembering we should get Craig.
Craig! Forgot Craig.
Yeah. Next
He'll be here next time. And hopefully, I can have like an intro video next time. I had to do like real work, and didn't get to it. So, but I'm doing that. So yes, thank you for watching. I'll stop the stream, but we can keep talking for like yes, Wayward Knaves. See you next time. Yo!